So this trap that a lot of us fall into when we're in selling, a trap that I just about fell into just a little bit ago, is the idea that before we meet with a prospect, before we go to do a sales pitch or a presentation, we need to prepare. We need to have everything ready. We need to be ready with exactly what we're going to say, right? We've practiced our pitch. We've practiced that positioning statement. We've practiced everything so we can show up and really wow the prospect and get the business. Now, there's two problems with that. Number one, it's what everyone else is doing. So whoever you're talking to, whatever your prospect is, I promise you, the last guy that came in also had a really prepared pitch, or if it was me, it was a terrible pitch that came in the first time. But chances are the person had something they'd been working on, they'd been prepared. It was designed to lead the customer from point A, not sure if they want to work with you, to point B, yes, signing over that check or the contract or whatever happens, right? So we're taught to prep for these things, to do all of our research and get all of our ducks in a row and show up ready to go. And I had done all of this, right? I have this meeting, I have a phone call in just a few hours. I'd done everything required to be ready for this phone call. And as you can tell, I'm in this hotel room right now because I'm at a conference right now. When I left for the conference, I left all of my material at home. Right? Forgot everything. I don't have any of my notes. I don't have any of the stuff that I'd been so diligently getting ready to use on this call. And what hit me was what a blessing that is. How lucky I am that I forgot all this stuff, because I'm now in a very strong position to actually get this business. And that position is to have nothing ready, to be totally blank, totally unprepared. Jim Camp talks about this in his book. He calls it, you want a blank slate when you go in to meet with somebody. A big mistake that we can make is getting so over-prepared that there's no room in us or in that dialogue with somebody to create something new, to create whatever that magic could be that is so much bigger than whatever you're hoping to land right now. Whatever the problem that prospect might have, that is 10 times larger than the little tiny one you're hoping to get in there and solve. So I'm about ready to go on this phone call. All I have are a list of questions that I'm going to ask the person. That's going to allow me to connect with them in a way no one else has. Because like I said, the last guy wasn't worried about connecting. He or she, they were worried about pitching. They were worried about pushing something on them. I don't have that option anymore. I don't have my notes. I'm just going to have to connect, learn, uncover the need. And at that point, we can have an actual talk about what I do, and if it makes sense to bring someone like me into that organization to start helping them. So do your homework before you meet with somebody. Make sure you know what you sell and what you think might be good for them. But before you walk into that office or before you hop on that phone call, drop it all. Being totally unprepared, being absolutely blank before you go in to sell is actually one of the most powerful tools you can use.